Jazzy Red Talk Show. Wow. I just don't want to let Mardi Gras go, I guess. I seen this and they were over here where I said I just want to. Now this is a Mardi Gras, happy Mardi Gras. How you like that? That is a big, it is so tall and big. Look at her. She on the beach. Ain't no sun out here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all can see it real good. It's kind of dark because it's going to rain a little later on. But look at here. How you like this? Wow. They got the water. That is symbolizing the water. Wow. How you like that? How you like that? Isn't that nice? Wow. They got Mobile Bay. Wow. She got a beer can. She got a beer can and everything. How you like that? How you like that? Oh, wow. That is so nice. Jazzy Red. And she's sleeping. Getting her suntan. Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out. Talk show, and I'm your host, Jazzy Red. We've got a show for you all today. You're seeing pictures that are going across the screen. And this little young lady name is Zion. We're finna interview Zion a little bit, and then we'll talk with her mom and grandmom. And all right, Zion, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. How old are you, Zion?
7.
You're into gymnastics. Let me say it right. Gymnastics, right?
Yes.
Now, how long have you been into gymnastics?
3 years.
3 years. Wow. I'm looking at your pictures that they're strolling across. You are really happy. You enjoy doing this.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to keep you long, little mama. Have you did the competition there? Are you fixing, is it later this week?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. All right. We'll come back to you, but we want to speak with your mom now. I want to talk to your mom. All right. All right, Miss Shantae, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
All right. We got mom on the line. Miss Shantae, what inspired you to put Zion into gymnastic? Girl, will you say the word? Girl, I can't.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastic. What inspired you to put your baby into this? What?
Well, honestly, she was one that would climb on the counters, climbing on the sofa, just climbing over everything. So I was like, you know what, let me put her in something that she can enjoy and she can learn some skills and not keep climbing on my counters in my kitchen, in my den, on the sofas. And so I actually signed her up for Gwinnett Gymnastics Center and put her in there and not realizing that she actually had a talent.
Wow. Girl, most moms be talking about, get down off of that counter. I'm going to whoop you. So, wow. She was a climber anyway.
She was a climber anyway.
God, dog. So she says she's been into it 3 years.
Yes, ma'am. Since she was 4 years old. She's 7 years old now.
Girl, you know, on that beam, I seen her stand up and I said, oh, but she can balance herself. She can balance herself. She a risk taker. She like that. God.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Absolutely.
And for her to go, what is that they swing around? You know, they get on this bar and she swing. The picture is going across where she's swinging. Well, y'all gonna see a video. I seen the video. I'm gonna put the videos on after I interviewed him. Well, she's going around that bar, swinging around that bar. Girl, I said that baby ain't scared.
Oh, no, not at all. She is a beast. Matter of fact, that is, I would say, her biggest strength. When she was in Totsy's, when she was 4 years old, her teacher would get all excited and take her downstairs so the bigger kids can actually watch her swing on those bars at 4 years old. And then also they had like this long rope in the middle of the gym. She would climb up that rope real quick and climb back down. Everybody's like, wow. You know, so she is a risk taker. She is a beast at what she does, and we are so proud of her.
Wow. Do you show her any of the routines of some of the older girls or the Olympics? Do she ever see any clips of them?
Well, we have been watching, of course, her favorite gymnast is Simone Biles, and of course, Gabby Douglas. And I took an old school back on my days with Dominique Dawes. And so I was just showing her some, different routines. But she has been watching a few of the gymnasts lately in competitions at UGA and UCLA and other colleges, and, just really inspired. I tell her all the time, put your confidence hat on, girl.
That's right. That's right. She is such a smart little girl, but wow, I can't. This is something, moms, y'all are hearing something tonight. When your babies are climbing or getting up on things, that may be something you can put them into. And wow, and you being a mom, do you work?
Yes, I actually have 3 businesses.
Wow.
I have a nonprofit, Genesis Outreach. I'm a certified life coach with Purpose Life. And then I have a consulting and supportive services business, state contract with Oak Rehab in Georgia, where I help persons with disabilities go back to work. So, yes. Balancing. Got 3 businesses, balancing 3 business, and got this baby. And you got to get her to her practices, and she has to go to the gym, and you have to work all that out. Now, your mom is from Mobile. Where you all live now? We're actually in Snellville, Georgia. So we're in the metro area of Atlanta in Gwinnett County. So we're maybe about 25, 30 minutes from downtown. Wow. Okay, now let's get grandmama on here. Get grandmama on here. And grandmama. My grandma. Yeah. Girl, look. And grandmama talks so soft. Everybody know grandmama. Okay, young lady. What's your name, grandmother?
I am Carrie Coates.
Carrie, speaking up a little bit for her grandbaby today, baby. Y'all know Carrie Coates of Kingdom Covenant Connection. How long have you been doing Kingdom Covenant Connection here?
We are in our 16th year.
16th year. A lady that helped everybody. You helped so many people. And you were on the bus, and I'm calling you. I said, we got a family that's on the street. They ain't got nowhere to sleep, and we trying to get. And you say, well, let me see, Rick, but I'm not in Mobile. I say, huh? Oh, you're not? Yeah. No, I'm on the bus going out of town. Oh, wow. But you got to go do this. But she's still trying to make phone calls and everything, trying to help. Ain't that something? You're on the bus going to your baby competition, and Jazzy bothering you by somebody that might be homeless and need somewhere to stay. Miss Carrie, we did. I think, did you talk with her and she told you we got that family in a hotel?
Yes.
Okay. You know something, pulling together really works, don't it?
It works. It works.
And I'm going to tell you why I say I better interview Zion now, because once Zion get big time, she going to be on the Wheatie box and cornflakes, and they ain't going to let me interview her, girl.
That thing into existence. We manifesting over here.
Girl, she'll be on the Wheatie box and everything, and they'll have her under contract. Well, one thing about it, I try to catch them when they're young. And they can go back and look at themselves. They can look at themselves. Let me, this is what I wanted to ask you. If it was a mom that wanted to do this, what would you tell her? How would you explain how to just do this? How would you explain to her?
I would say watch what your kids do, watch what they enjoy, because what they enjoy doing, what they love doing, even if it's as simple as hopping on counters, could really be a God-given gift and talent that you can miss out on if you are not paying attention. So as a parent that's not forcing, my children into, going to college or, doing things that I want them to do, but I just pay attention and I watch what they're doing, and then watching what they're doing, I'm like, okay, well, hey, let's try this out. I have a 13-year-old now that just started her own lip gloss business because she loves her lips smacking and popping and glowing all over the place. I'm like, well, hey, listen, let's put this to some good work, some good use, and let's start your business. But honestly, parents, really just tapping into your God-given kids, their gift. Or what I've been watching what they're doing and figuring out, okay, what can I put them in, get them involved in, what actually help push them into that next level. So that's what I would say to parents. It's encouraging to watch the children and find activities in the community, recreation centers, and things like that. Get them mentors, doing what they want to do, and let them, expound on that gift.
Okay, now I want to ask Zion something. Where's Miss Zion?
She's right here.
Miss Zion, now I'm gonna want you to remember, Jazz Red. I'm gonna need my autograph when you. I want your mom to make sure that you autograph a sheet of paper or a picture. You got a calendar out. I want a calendar or something, and I want it to say to Jazzy Red, Miss Jazzy Red. I want her to autograph. But I also want to ask Zion something. Zion, if it's a little girl that's watching this, and she want to do what you do, what's your advice to her? What would you tell her? If she want to get into gymnastics, what would you tell her?
To work hard.
Work hard. Wow.
Have fun.
Have fun. Girl, I'm 64 and I like that. I love having fun. Ladies and gentlemen, this will conclude the interview for Miss Carrie Coates, Miss Shantae, the mom. Zion, what's Zion's last name, Miss Shantae?
Howze.
Zion Howze. I'm just calling it because it's going across the screen, ladies and gentlemen. We're right behind this. We're finna put her little videos on where you can see her in action. I want to thank you all for letting Jazzy Red interview little mama. I call her little mama because good, she can swing around this stuff. She ooh. And is she doing an individual, or she got two other little young girls with her? Or?
Actually, her team is here with we're actually in Nashville competing. This is her third big competition. She actually has a USA Gymnastics number, so they're actually tracking her from her first competition about a month ago now. So she has a USA Gymnastics number, and so we're in Nashville now, and so she's on Excel's silver team right now, and so she'll be competing here. We're at Opryland in Nashville, so she'll be competing tomorrow evening from 5 to 9:30.
Well, we're gonna say good luck. We ain't gonna say break a leg. You know, in Hollywood they say break a leg. We don't want that. We don't want that. Good luck, and I know she's gonna do well, and I know you're proud of your baby. But we finna show our TV viewers how Miss Zion get down when she's in competition. Girl, I never did like competition. She the truth. She the truth.
Oh yeah, I told her just have fun. It's not all about winning a medal or a trophy. As long as you have fun, God's grace is on you. Like you're gonna shine either way it goes. All
right, I'm gonna thank you for this interview, and we finna put Shantae. We finna now look Shantae. That's the mama. We finna put little Zion on. I'm excited because I'm ready to run this clip. So we finna put Zion on where you all can see her. Thank you so much for this interview, taking time out. I know y'all eating, you're in the hotel, you're doing a lot, but thank you so much for letting Jazzy Red have this interview for her TV viewers, okay?
Thank you. We appreciate you for having us.
All right. God bless you. Jazzy Red, thank you, little Zion.
Thanks.
Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out.
Come on, boo. Focus. Just like.
Come on, baby.
My breath is
Spicy, right?
spicy.
Come on, Zion. You got it, boo.
Do it, baby. You got this.
Good job, Zion.
Woo!
Very good. Yes.
Talk show, and I'm your host, Jazzy. We've got I'll call a hostess with the mostest on the line. What's your name there, young lady?
This is Evangelist, Lady Jarmond.
All right. I want my TV viewers to know about you. Your pictures are strolling. Ladies and gentlemen, her pictures are strolling across the screen as you see her as a little baby, a little girl. You're going to see her. I seen when you sent those pictures, you were a cheerleader.
Yes.
What school?
Douglasville High School.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
A cheerleader. Okay, I'm going to ask something else. I seen another picture, and you were in a group, some kind of gospel group. What was the name of it?
M&H Gospel Singers.
What age were you?
We started out being probably 13, 14 years old.
Wow.
Sister Benjamin trained us. The lady there in Stockton, most people know her as Sister Rosa Benjamin.
Wow.
She would not let us stop until we sound just like the record, the little vinyl record, that they don't have those anymore.
Yeah, they coming back with them. They coming back with them. Yeah, they got some out. But girl, let me tell you, I seen that picture. I said, this lady been singing ever since she was a teenager, a young girl. You were singing. When did you? Okay, so you've been in the church all your life.
Not really.
Okay. All right. Tell us a little something about that.
Time and practicing with Sister Benjamin in her house, singing the songs just like she wanted it to sound just like the record, and we did that. So we finally, she started booking us out, and we would come over here in Mobile and sing to the people, and I'm telling you, that was a highlight in our lives.
Wow.
That I just would never ever forget. And the people in Mobile, they enjoyed us because they started calling us the sweethearts of Baldwin County. County.
Godly. Sweethearts of Baldwin County. When did it, what year now? What year did you get saved?
March 23rd, 1972.
Okay.
It's been a long time ago.
Where were you? What church was it?
I was at the Triumph Church there in Stockton.
Okay.
Where our pastor was just great. I thank God for all of the pastors, all the mothers. My mother was one of the head mothers there in the church. And you know, she had to have us, we needed to get the Holy Ghost. And she said, you guys can't be singing anymore until you get the Holy Ghost.
Wow.
So we went down and got it. I hope we got it like the Bible says.
Yeah. Wow. So, okay, now as you got older, you're saved, and I seen you knew a lot of great gospel people.
Oh, my.
Okay, you got a picture with Ranch Allen on here.
I do. And that particular picture, Ranch Allen was in the city, Mobile here, and I happened to be at the radio station, WGOK, if I may say.
Wow.
And, of course, we took pictures together.
Wow. Who interviewed him? Was it, who was it? Was it
was Felicia, Sister Albritton.
Okay, she interviewed him. Wow.
Sure did.
Now you know I knew about GOK because I used to listen to the Brighter Day program when I was a little girl.
Yeah, well, you heard me then because Sister Irene Johnson.
That's the name I wanted you to call. I love her to death.
She was the person that got me my first job.
Wow.
In radio.
Did she really? Wow.
Yeah. She sent for my license and everything. I was supposed to go and take a test.
Yeah.
But I didn't. She said, don't worry about it. I got you.
Yeah, me.
I still have the Jazzy, I still have those licenses from way back in the day.
Wow.
Yes,
Miss Irene helped. That lady helped a lot of people. I seen her pay bills and stuff. That's where I get it from. Just listening to her in the 60s, helping people. So, okay, you've been on the radio. You met, it was one other picture. You met, what's the lady that sang gospel? The little short lady. Shirley Caesar. I seen the picture with Shirley Caesar. I said, man, this lady know everybody. God, I say, Lady Jarmond know all of them. She is great. You remember her song, There Were 10 Men in the Bible, they all had leprosy.
Yes,
That was the song when I first heard it. I said, wow, I love that.
Yes, indeed. We're yet friends on Facebook. She's a beautiful spirit. I'm telling you, she's up in her 80s. And she doesn't mind telling you, but she is still doing her thing and God's thing.
Girl, that lady don't look a day over 40. She looks so good. What I've seen that when you into God and you take it easy, you just grow old gracefully. I mean, you look better, you look good. I know when you probably go to some of your family reunion, some of your class reunion, they about ready to beat you up, girl, because you are beautiful. You have always been beautiful. And it has not changed. You just look good. But being into God, I see that it make y'all look, because she'll look a day over 45 maybe. Man, that lady look young. She look good. She look good.
You know, the Bible says that he'll beautify the meek.
Wow.
And it goes say something else. So we have to be meek. We have to be kind. Just like you are. You're a giving heart. You're a giving person. Every time I know we're not interviewing you, but I want to say this about you. And thank you so much for having me on your broadcast, your TV show.
You are very much welcome. You are very much welcome. You're very much welcome.
Listen, God has a job for each of us to do.
Yes, He do.
We may not grow up together,
yes,
but we should grow out together. In other words, be like the tree, be like the vine, and go out and do for others because the Lord did for us.
You are so right. You are so right. You have traveled. Now let's see. You come up gospel. You come up singing. You got saved. you start traveling. I seen a picture with you praying for a lady, a younger lady. You were praying for her, so
Yes.
you wow.
During my travels, my singing went into the prophetic, and I began to prophesy.
Wow.
And people that's with me as friends and followers on Facebook now, they are yet thanking God for my revelations and my prophetic utterance because it all came true.
Wow.
Now, I don't have that gift all the time. It happens not all the time. Trust me. If anybody can tell you that they can prophesy anytime, every time, oh no.
Okay.
No. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
And you just been in hanging with the Lord, I mean, now tell them what you do now for as Facebook, because we definitely want to get that out there.
Thank you so much. I have an audio broadcast. Like I said, down through the years, Sister Irene Johnson Ware, she was the person that gave me my first job in radio.
Wow.
Reverend Lawrence Stevens, who was one of my former pastors, gave me a job as a announcer in Bainbridge, Alabama. So that's what all of this is just coming full circle, because now that I've been mighty sick with cancer, multiple myeloma cancer. So I tell everybody I'm living with cancer, and I still have a pulse, and I'm still vertical.
Yes,
So
you
I'm
are.
able to do things in my home just from sitting in my office there, and so therefore I have this audio broadcast
Okay.
that I play music, CDs from different people, different persons that from everywhere sending me CDs. When I was doing it before, they sent me CDs, and now that I'm back into it, they're yet sending me CDs, and I play their entire CD, however long it is, for as long. Normally my show is about an hour long. So I do my thing there, and I praise the Lord. The last service was a broadcast, the audio broadcast was last night, I think it was, and I did a praise and worship service with nothing but worship music. And I'm telling you, we had some church like I was up in the church. Hallelujah.
Wow. Wow.
My God. So that normally every Sunday night I'm on from 8 o'clock until 9, and sometimes through the week. So I want you all to pick me up if you can. It's the Lady Jarmond, your gospel inspirator.
Lady Jarmond, your gospel inspirator. And that's on Facebook.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Girl, you done travel the world.
God has been good.
Girl, I got a picture of you strolling across here in a limousine and on your bus. And I mean, you have done so much. You have done so much.
And you know what, Jazzy? I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for the Lord. The Lord was on my side.
Amen.
And doing things like that and being successful, God is in it.
Who was the man that's on one of these pictures strolling? Who was that man? I didn't know him.
It's Lee Williams.
Lee Williams. Okay. Lee Williams.
The famous Lee Williams and the spiritual QCs.
Wow.
We would go to all of their entertainments down in the Civic Center down there in Mobile down here.
Wow.
And enjoy. I think he's yet alive, and we're thanking God for him right now. Live on as long as you can.
Wow. That's what we have to do.
That's exactly right.
I want you all to tune in because Jazz is gonna, at the end of the show, we're gonna play one of Lady Jarmond's songs, one of her that I'm gonna select. She ain't gonna select it. The women be, I just want to listen to the CD and let me pick out which one I want to put on. So she won't even know which one is coming on. But we're gonna play one of her songs so you can hear her sing. You've been singing a long time, and this is just you, and then you're praying for people. So you're singing, you're praying, you're patronizing, you got your radio thing. I mean, your life is full. It's full right now.
Indeed.
It is. You don't have a boring moment. It's full.
Thank you so much. But let me tell you this, from 2015 up until 18 or 19, I didn't know I was in the world.
Are you kidding?
I was laying in there on my bed. I'm talking on my bed of affliction with cancer. I did not know I was in the world. I couldn't do anything for myself.
Are you kidding?
I mean, I'm telling you, God brought me from my deathbed.
Wow.
Thank you, Jesus.
Wow. That is an inspiration. Somebody needed to hear that tonight.
Oh, yes. He'll bring you through. Oh, my God. I thank you for that, because I wouldn't have been here this day. I was sick. My baby sister had to do everything for me. Let me call her name. Evangelist Marie Holmes.
Wow.
West. I forgot she married that little dude, but that's all right. She did everything for me, and then when she left, of course, she went back home to Georgia. And she brushed my teeth. Like I said, I don't even. She gave me my needles in my shots in my stomach.
Wow.
I didn't know all of this. I couldn't walk. I couldn't even eat anything.
Wow.
Who have cancer? I have multiple myeloma cancer. Living with it. You heard me. I'm living with cancer.
Wow.
6 months back to the oncologist to see where the cancer is. I was there in, was that September?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go back in March. And she says, I see no change. Hey.
Oh, boy, that is great. That is great.
Yes.
So it pays off to be with Jesus. You had mentioned Miss Felicia Albright. You worked with her.
I did. Felicia Albright. She's a sweet person. She would always get me to MC her programs.
Wow.
She did that. Thank God for Felicia Albright. She did that.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been doing this a long time. You've been saved. You've been singing a long time ever since you were a teen. You got saved in the 70s. You've been on the road and met all these wonderful people, from Ranch Allen to Miss Shirley Caesar to Lee Williams to it's so many. And all these pictures, you're just so beautiful. You couldn't nobody tell you got no cancer. I mean, you are beautiful. We're looking for a miracle when you go back.
Hallelujah.
To your doctor. We're looking for a miracle. You're gonna be okay, and you're okay right now because you got Jesus on you, baby. You all right.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
You know, the Bible says the prayers of the righteous avail much, and people talk about the people on Facebook, but Facebook was praying for me.
Well, you got a lot of friends on there. Let me. You've got some prayer warriors. A lot of them.
Yeah.
And your page is where they can post things to ask to be prayed for. I've seen that.
That's correct.
Okay. All right.
I have 1,700 people in that group. It's called Lady Jarmond Facebook Ministries. And we pray for people, and we see that God is moving on those persons. Some of them half dead, just for real. And I'm not saying it's all me. It's out of all of those 1,700 people, that's who we are praying for. Other people.
Okay.
I have to do it because y'all pray for me.
Wow. Before we end this interview, you got what you got to do. What's your brother name?
Elder Lawrence Harris. Everybody know him from everywhere.
And you all seen him a few months ago, maybe about 4 months ago. I went to Stockton, Alabama, and her brother. I told you I don't let nobody preach on my show, but I got to filming him. I said we gonna see how this go. I had to film that man. That man got the whole show. He did. He had the whole show. He's a very strong pastor. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to want y'all to hold on and watch the show, because at the end of the show, I'm going to decide what song to put on. I'm going to listen to a CD, but I'm going to decide what song I want to put on, so she don't know what song that I'm going to play of her. So I'm going to pick out a song. You got anything you want to say to my TV viewers before we end this interview?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I really want you to continue watching Jazzy Red talk show. She has been on, what is it, 12 years?
11 years. 11 years, be 12 this year.
Yeah, that's right. So when her anniversary comes, we're going to try to be somewhere and do something for her, because she's always doing something for others. Jazzy Red, I thank you for having this, the intuitiveness to even ask me to be on your show.
Well,
I really
thank you so much for letting me interview you, but thank you for patronizing with Jazzy Red, because you do patronize. That is a good thing. A good thing. You're, like they say, you're one in a million. So I appreciate you. But we're going to go. This will conclude our interview. Thank you again, Lady Jarmond, for praying for everyone. And that inspirational stir. Thank you so much. And then you hadn't forgot anybody. You called names. We got pictures. So thank you so much. Well, at the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our interview. Thank you again, Lady Jarmond.
Jazzy Red, peace out.
Now look, go take my line. Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out. Jazzy Red Talk Show, we got a treat for you tonight. This is Cujo Lewis. We're getting ready. We're at the Mobile Public Library in Thomasville with Mr. Robert Battles and
Jerome McNeil.
Jerome McNeil.
Jake.
Get ready. They call him Jake. Get ready for a show out of this world. This is Cujo Lewis. Jazzy Red, we love you. They'll explain who he is. Peace out. Jazzy Red Talk Show, and I'm your host, Jazzy Red. We're here with some important dignitaries. What's your name, young man?
Robert Battles Sr.
And what's yours?
Jerome Jake McNeil.
What inspired y'all to want to put something together? Black History. What make y'all want to do this? I'm just astounded, because I mean, I'm getting chilled looking at all these pictures we're finna show them. What inspired you to do this?
I'm going to let Jake start, because he has the most significant part about the difference between in his story and our story. Go ahead, Jake.
Well, it started with the word history,
Okay.
which in my opinion is mispronounced, is his story. So what I wanted to do through my camera was tell our story.
Okay.
And what I tried to do was to go to various places and to be able to share my passion with the community. The best thing about having a day like today is being able to share, is to be able to share with the community, to be able to give back. Because growing up here in Mobile, when Robert and I were young, it was a growing, sharing place.
Okay.
And so it's an opportunity for Robert and I to give back a little bit of something that was given to us.
Okay. All right. Now, well, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we're going to show you some pictures. And they're going to tell, because they know about the pictures. They're going to explain them to you. Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out. Legends of Africa Town. Legends of Africa Town. We finna show you some pictures now. How y'all like that? Wow. How you like that? Isn't that nice? All right. Jazzy Red Talk Show. Mr. Battles, you're holding this. What is this picture? What is this?
What this signifies is the struggle and the pain that our brothers went through when they were
Take that down just a minute and talk.
when they were transported in the transatlantic slave trade. This ship here is a reflection of the Clotilda, where you see the Africans who are sitting up.
Well, wait a minute. I ain't got over there yet. We on this one. That's where they going?
This is where they're going on the ship.
They're going on the ship. Hold on a minute. Okay, what is this one?
Okay, this picture here depicts,
Don't move the picture.
the picture depicts how the slaves were shackled
Shackling.
together to make the journey
Wow.
from Africa to Mobile.
Wow.
And
Okay.
one of the things that we're trying to do is to be able to explain.
Oh, okay. Just a minute. Jazzy Red Talk Show. Mr. Battles is going to explain this picture. I showed it to you, but I want y'all to explain who this is.
This is Cujo Kazula Lewis. the name of Kazula means in Africa, born on Sunday.
Wow.
And Cujo Lewis was the spiritual leader of the Africans who came on the Clotilda. He was very intelligent. He died. He was reputed to be the last African to die on the Clotilda. But then next, what I'm going to show you over here is
we're back, Jazz Radio Talk Show. He wanted to show you this. Who is this?
This is Sally Smith.
Mm-hmm.
She was one of the last females to be alive on the ship the Clotilda.
Wow.
She was brought here in 1859, but she was sold to Dr. Smith up in Selma, Alabama, and so they moved to Selma. But she was supposed to be the longest living African because they thought Cujo was the oldest African.
Wow.
But she was the longest living. But since then, this professor in England who did the research on the Clotilda found out that there was another African female, Matilda,
wow,
who was the last surviving African. The significance of the female is to show that in relationships, even with a relationship with marriage or whatever you have, the female is very important.
Wow.
But it's very important that we learn the history of these Africans because they came to a place, it was Jim Crow, segregation, and Reconstruction, but they brought character and morals, and that's what we need to do today.
All right, we're going to another picture.
All right.
All right, what we got here?
This is what we received in 2012, the official designation from the National Historical Society, where the National Register of Historical Places, where Africa Town had been placed on the National Register. What that means is that it is of national significance. In 1859, they came in the midst of Jim Crow, segregation, and Reconstruction, but they built a free community. But they encountered the same thing that most African Americans are doing today. They were hated by the slaves as being slaves, but then they also fought the double tyranny of the local African Americans, the blacks who lived in Plateau, because they thought that they were savages, because they kept looking at tar was moving. Everybody from Africa and ignorant. But they brought character, they brought morals, they brought self-government. In fact, they were the only place in the world that was run by Africans and controlled by blacks.
Wow, going to another. All right, what do we have here, Mr. Battles?
This is Joyful Keeby, who became the first pastor of the old landmark Baptist church. When the Africans came to Mobile, their religion was called Vadum, V-O-D-U-M, where the Caucasians, in order to try to discredit them and show that they were ignorant, changed it to voodoo.
Wow.
But they were never voodoo. They had a culture that had existed all the way back to Alexander, Egypt, and Timbuktu.
Wow, we're going to another picture. All right, Mr. Battles, who we got here?
This is State Senator Michael Figures.
Wow.
State Senator Michael Figures. He went to Central High School for a while, but he graduated from St. Elmo. But Michael Figures became the highest ranking African American in the state of Alabama. He became the Senate Pro Tem of the Senate. And what that means is when if the governor passed and the lieutenant governor passed, then he would be in charge. But he is the one who instituted and passed the mayor council form of government that gave the supermajority to Mobile, the only one in the whole nation.
Wow.
Okay.
Now, who is this young man here?
This is Noble Columbus Beasley, who was born in Mobile.
Nickname?
Bip.
Bip Beasley.
Bip Beasley.
Wow.
Bip Beasley was a civil rights leader who stood up for African American rights, and he really had a very difficult time, but he almost was synonymous with Mandela. Mandela stayed a long time in the penitentiary. He stayed a long time, but he still came back as a real man and trying to stand up for the rights of African Americans in Mobile County.
Now, he was also he was in the NOW organization.
Well, he and Fred Richardson and Mr. Finley, they started the NOW organization, which is the Neighborhood Organized Workers. And I had the opportunity to sit in with them, but he was really a great fellow and made a contribution to the city of Mobile.
Wow. Fred Richardson wrote a book.
Wrote a book on the Genesis and the Exodus of Now.
Y'all need to come to the library and get that book. We're at the library now. Peace out. All right, who we got here, Mr. Battles?
This is
Go ahead.
This is Stokely Carmichael. Stokely Carmichael was head of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which John Lewis was a part of too. But he came to Mobile when I was a teenager, and at Reverend J. Echo Laura's church, he was a very good soldier. He worked and fought for civil rights for African Americans when they wouldn't stand up for themselves.
Wow, look at him.
Oh, yeah.
He's from Mississippi. All my Mississippi friends, he started SNCC in Mississippi. We got to call that out.
That's right, call it out.
Stokely Carmichael, there he is. I'm going to zoom into his face. I want y'all to see him. Wow, Stokely Carmichael from Mississippi, all the way from Mississippi. Peace out. All right, who is that over here on this right over here? Who is that?
That's myself in 1985 when I was a candidate for the Mobile City Council for the new form of government.
Yes.
I ran against Brother Clinton Johnson. He whooped me to death over there. But this was Julian Bond.
Julian Bond
came from Atlanta, Georgia. Wow. He and Sanford Bishop, who was my classmate, came to support me for the City Council for the Mobile, Alabama.
Wow. All right, this picture here. What is this?
This picture here, for most of my Mobile friends, you can find it. It's in the museum across the street from Mardi Gras Park.
Wow.
And it's probably one of the most real depictions of what it was like being a slave and being transported in chains and bound. So I found this picture here very interesting.
Okay.
Because it gave me something to look forward to. Because growing up in Mobile, I hadn't seen the photo, hadn't seen the picture of this particular sculpture.
Okay.
So for me, it was an eye opener.
Okay. All right. What is this here?
This picture here is of Dr. Martin Luther King when the state of Georgia dedicated this statue on the Capitol grounds in his honor.
Wow. Amen. All right, who do we have here?
What you have here is Henry Hank Aaron.
Wow.
A Mobile native. This picture here was taken when the House of Representatives honored Hank Aaron on the 25th anniversary of his breaking Babe Ruth record.
Wow. We're going to another one. Wow. All right, who do we have here?
This here is my prized possession. This is my brother Clifton McNeil.
Clifton McNeil.
Clifton McNeil was a 1963 graduate of Grambling State University. He was the first professional football player to come out of Mobile and the only professional football player to lead the league in receptions.
Wow. We're going to show another picture of him. All right. That's McNeil running. Look like that's 85. All right. Catch that ball, McNeil. Wow. How you like that, ladies and gentlemen? Now that picture there's his brother. That is Mr. McNeil. Clifton McNeil? McNeil. Look at him. There you go. He holding that ball in his hand. Wow. What we have here, Mr.
What we have here is President Obama at the 50th anniversary of the March in Selma, the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Wow.
I was fortunate enough to be there to get that photograph, and it means so much more because it's the president. And it was one of the few times that we actually had a black president to come to Alabama to tell his story.
Wow. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. All right. What do we have here, Mr. McNeil?
Well, what you have is a picture of a book by John Lewis called Walking with the Wind. And I was fortunate enough to be there, and he autographed a copy for me, and I managed to take some photographs for his next publication.
Wow. There it is, Walking with the Wind. And that was John Lewis' book. Wow. Memoir of the Moment. Peace out. What we have here?
What we have here is something that should be familiar to people over the age of 80, which is a poll tax.
Wow.
A poll tax receipt prior to 1966 was the last year that we had to pay a poll tax, Well, our parents had to pay a fee. In 1963, the fee was $3. And finally, the last one of 1966 was $1.50. But it goes to show you the things that we had to do in order to vote.
Wow.
Now, we don't have to do those things, and we don't vote. I don't understand.
We're going to work on that.
Yes, we will.
We're going to show you another one. All right, at the top, that one was $3.
Yes.
$3. That poll tax was $3. What year was that $3 one?
That was in 1963.
63. Okay, down that second one is $1.50.
That's in 1966. So in 3 years, it went down to half price.
All right, and this last one here is $1.50, and this is what, well, it's in the middle here. It's green, Mary Green Mitchell.
Yes.
That was the one you all seen. That is her receipt of her paying her $3 to vote. Isn't that something? You're learning something, kids. Wow. What we have here,
What you
Mr.
have
McNeil.
here is Mr. John Lewis at the 55th anniversary of the crossing of the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma.
Wow. How y'all like that?
Bloody Sunday.
Bloody Sunday. There it is. Wow. What is this, Mr. McNeil?
This photograph here is from President Obama's second inauguration in
Wow.
2008.
Wow.
And it shows the president taking the oath of office and gives you an overview of the crowd and,
Wow.
and a special picture of the president. And
Wow.
I was fortunate and blessed enough to be close enough and to have the opportunity to do this. So I really
Enjoyed
appreciate it. I
that.
enjoyed it.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I was zooming in on that second one there.
Okay, the one in
And this is one where look at the crowd. I want them to just check this crowd out. Wow. We're going to the one at the bottom. Okay, this is zooming in to your president. Wow, at the inauguration. Jazzy Red, we love you. Peace out. All right. Who is this?
this photograph here of Vice President Kamala Harris.
Wow.
At the moment she received a phone call from President Biden, and as she said, "Oh yes."
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, we're getting the next one. Wow. All right. Go ahead, Mr.
This
McNeil.
photograph here is of Vice President Harris taking the oath of office,
Wow.
swearing in.
Swearing in.
And I think for every black woman in America, this is your queen.
Wow.
For every black man, this should be your queen.
Yeah.
So we look forward to more years of her continuing to be the next president.
Wow. Miss Harris. Hold on. What's at the top there?
At the top is President Biden.
Wow.
In the middle is Vice President Harris.
There she is, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
at the rear is the man who made them both, James Clyburn, congressman from South Carolina.
Wow. What's his name again?
James Clyburn.
Wow. We're going to another. Who is that over there in that corner? In
Well, the
left?
one on the top left, of course, is President Biden.
Okay.
Top right is Vice President Kamala Harris. The photograph at the bottom left is a photograph that I took that was attached to a T-shirt here in Mobile by the Democratic National Convention.
Oh, wow.
So obviously been published.
Yeah.
And last but not least, it's the final piece of the puzzle, the inauguration of President Biden and Vice President Harris.
Wow. We're coming back.
I want all that the Lord has for me. I want all that the Lord has for me. Oh yes, if I live right, yeah, and do His will, oh, in my heart, love He will give. Yes, I want all for me. I want all that the Lord has for me. Yes, I want all, everything that the Master has for me. Oh yes, He promised me help. He promised me wealth. Oh, prosperity. Child of God, don't you see? I want all, everything that the Master has for me. When there is pain in your heart, you turn it to Jesus. He will not depart. You ought to tell Him your needs. Hallelujah. He'll hear your plea. He will be there. Child of God, can't you see? You just ask in His name, anything. Don't you be ashamed. His riches in glory you can proclaim. I want all, everything that the Master has for me. Oh yes, I want all. He promised it. All that the Lord has for me. Woo. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.